Hey, this is the Real Tom Rose. To solve this problem, we need to investigate the relationship between these four variables, which are equal to 1, and these four variables, which when multiplied are equal to 0. Now, one of the things that we're going to use here is some knowledge of what it takes to be equal to 0 for a product. And that important information is that a product is only equal to 0 if one of the things in that product is equal to 0. So for example, suppose I have 3 times 2 times 5 times 8, a bunch of numbers, 13 times 42.36, etc. Once I multiply that by 0, the answer is 0. And it will always be 0. And the only way to get a product of 0 is to multiply by 0. So when they say S times T times U times V equals 0, what they're really telling us is one of those four variables is equal to 0. Now, when you multiply four variables together and you get a product of 1, you don't know much about those variables except you know that you do not have a 0 in that product. Because anytime you have a 0 in the product, we know the answer is 0. So when we multiply R times S times T times V, and that equals 1, what we know is none of those is equal to 0. So if we know one of these is equal to 0, and we know none of these is equal to 0, we should be able to narrow down which of these variables is equal to 0. So is R equal to 0? No. Is S equal to 0? No. Is T equal to 0? No. Is V equal to 0? No. What that means is that U must equal 0, which is one of our answers. That is D.